All right, viewers, welcome to this special edition of Sports Orbit. Recall the independence was celebrated during the weekend, but we're not here. But we use this as our own independence package of Sports Orbit. So you're welcome to the program and happy 62nd Independence Day to all Nigerians. My name is Afa Acho and Salifu Usman is right here with me. Salifu, welcome to Sports Orbit once again.
Yeah, and if you target independence sport of it, you will not be wrong because we are still on
exactly.
holiday for the celebration of public holiday. Well, I join Alpha to also say Nigerians happy 62 independence anniversary. But now we are truly independent.
That's another thing. Anyway, we'll begin straight from the NFF elections. Recall that on this show severally, for the past 2 weeks, last week especially, almost every day we had one thing or the other to say about the NFF elections, and of course it went down on Friday, and well, shall I say, to the surprise of some of us, Ibrahim Musa Gusau emerged as president of the NFF, and following on that, he has given his pledge to run an all-inclusive administration in which all stakeholders will be welcome to make suggestions and recommendations on the best way to deal with knotty and not-so-knotty issues. He said administration at every level, that of football inclusive, requires the wisdom to be able to listen to everyone who has an idea and then pick the very best to deal with each situation at hand. Those of us in the executive committee are only privileged to be representing the entire family. We will run an inclusive administration in which ideas and advice will be welcome from all quarters and will be guided in our resolutions. It is very important to resuscitate the league and engender a massive football economy from which every stakeholder can benefit and also be happy to contribute to its growth. Yeah, Salifu, I mean, well, how would you give an assessment of this election? Of course, sometimes going into an election, he was more or less seen as, let's call maybe the dark horse. For me, no disrespect to Ibrahim Gusau, but I'll tell you that I was surprised and shocked that he emerged president. Because, leading to the elections, he was looking like, there was a candidate who was anointed already, and his election was just a matter of formality in the person of Sheikh Akim. But lo and behold, at the end of proceedings, Ibrahim Gusau emerged president.
Yeah, in politics, well, and then thank God this particular politics is like it's a politics in football, and just like we say in football, never say it is end until the final whistle. And just like what's laid out in the do, Ibrahim Gusau, just like you say, you may call him a dark horse or whatever you call him. I get the clearer pictures about a week ago that he's maybe going to likely to be the chosen one. Because when I begin to hear from other stakeholders that he has been a loyal member and at the same time somebody who is always fighting, that is always fighting for the interest of the members, and that there is somebody that's always carried everybody's along. That what I mean by everybody, that he was, remember, he's the chairman of chairman in chairman of chairman for 8 years under Pinnick administration, and for that position as a whole, he is by that position is representing the state FA chairman on the board. And from anybody we have a privilege to speak with that state FA chairman, always speak in good well about Ibrahim Gusau, that is always fighting for the interest. And in fact, people say that any time you see him and Pinnick at the crossroad, they are not at the crossroad for anything. They are the crossroad. Pinnick is trying to go against the interest of the FA chairman, and you only have Ibrahim Gusau to contend with. But Ibrahim Gusau is somebody like that always fight for the interest of the FA chairman. And what do I mean by this? Fight for the interest of the state FA and for football in general. Well, Ibrahim Gusau, but the question is, the question everybody people ask me, he has been the chairman of the state FA chairman for a very long time, and people will feel that what is his tactical impact or his development effort in Jafra. But a lot of people tell us, well, he may not have seen any positive development in Jafra, but people believe that it's somebody who has what it takes. That also has to take to midway and to lead the Nigeria Football Federation at this try moment. And if I may deduce from the quote you speak about him, and if he's going to abide by what he just said, I think he has begun to start well when he said that football, is considered himself as being a privilege. It is not a right; it's a privilege. Not that you are better than anybody, but it's a privilege. It's just a privilege that God entrusts this power on you. And if you are a leader and you take that from that perspective, that okay, you are not better than anybody, and that it is not your right to be here, but you are just a privilege to have this opportunity to lead. And if you must lead, you must listen to everybody, and everybody have a genuine interest, and everyone have something to give, and everybody have something to contribute. And what is better, expected of you as a leader, is to listen to all sides, listen to every advice, looking at it that don't feel that if you feel that you know it all, you will get it wrong. But when you subject yourself downward, I think you know I am doing that. I don't have anything to give. I don't know anything. But I have to rely on the contribution and the effort of the people. Listen to people. Listen to why counseling. Listen to why advice and what everyone can give. Then then definitely you can be beyond me. So I strongly believe that Gusau, well, whatever misgiving, whatever anybody may have about him, I strongly believe that his tenure will be different from what we have in the last 8 years.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to ask that question. Like, looking at Gusau, do you, like you said, you show it different. In what aspects do you think his tenure will be different from Pinnick's tenure?
Yes, in what aspect in my personal view, and based on the quote you just read there from Gusau quote, Gusau is somebody who listens to people, who mingle with people. And if you are a leader who listens, knowing that you don't have anything special, that you are not better than anybody, and you listen to people, you listen to advice, and then take the best from the advice, then you are bound to succeed. Unlike Pinnick, who feel he knows it all, who feel that he must first and foremost his interest. But when you are saying you are first and foremost your interest first, then you are feel. And like Gusau, what everybody have said from is somebody that as executive member of the NFF board, what he has always done is to fight for the interests of people. Yes, his own interest could have been served if he wanted to align with whatever he asked for, it could have been given. But he feel that no, we are representing people here. And those who are representing people, you need to protect their interests and you need to carry them along. So if you are carrying everybody along, and for example, in the Nigeria Football Federation, that we have all difference of group. So it's bound for you to carry football is very wide and it's very light. It's a lifestyle that can accommodate everybody. All you need to do is just create avenue, create forum to everybody to be carrying along, and let everybody feel that yes, I belong to this house. And if you feel that you belong, you'll be forced to make positive contributions and not something that will pull down the federation. And that's why I believe that Gusau tenure will be different from what we have seen in the last 8 years.
Okay. Right here on Sports Orbit, we can only say congratulations, and we wish him a successful tenure as he takes, superintends over Nigerian football for the next 4 years.
But if I may add, we wish that just like you say, it's just an advice, but all you need to do is just like say, you need to carry everybody along. Sometimes you can't run football in this part of the country is being run by government.
Of course,
So although since that Friday, we are still yet to see a congratulatory message from the Ministry of the Youth and Sport, who supervise the federation. So Gusau should take a right step. If they say Peter doesn't go to the Peter or whatever, I don't know how to put it. There's nothing. We saw a pictures of him that when he went to visit his state governor. That is the right step to take. He's from Biafra State and immediately went to the group. So nothing wrong. You can still go and visit the Minister of Youth and Sport. Try to serve a smooth relationship. Because you can't run football in this country without the backing of the government. You shouldn't rely on those who are always going to try to go fraud or against the interest of the government. Run in line with the government because we are under the supervision of the government. Because whatever memo you are writing has to pass through the Ministry of Youth and Sport. And that's why you have to have a good relationship with those people.
Right. We'll move over now to some other news where Super Eagles forward Umar Sadiq is determined to come out stronger from his injury setback. Sadiq's season was halted after he sustained a cruciate ligament injury in Real Sociedad's 2-1 defeat at Getafe last month. The 25-year-old is expected to spend around 8 months on the sidelines after undergoing surgery. And he took to social media to show appreciation for the outpouring of love towards him. He said, "Every day is a blessing and an opportunity, and I wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you for the love and care you have shown me. For me, it is just time to rest a bit and come back stronger. The best is yet to come," he wrote on his social media page. I mean, he couldn't have said it any better, but I mean, 8 months is quite a long time for, I mean, that's almost a year.
Almost a year.
That's quite a long time on the sideline.
Practically, the current football season even be interrupted by the World Cup is off. But we can't say anything than to wish him quick recovery and wish that just like he promised, and we hope that God will answer his prayer to bounce back. That this injury may not be end of his career. This injury may not put a hook on his career, and rather is to be an opportunity for him to understand himself and to take a recount of what he has done before, try to look at it and then fortunately give him an opportunity to make a better impact and come out stronger and be a better player than he was before he got to the injury.
All right, so next story down where all is now set for Nigeria and Japan to clash in a senior women international friendly match in Kobe on Thursday, and the Super Falcons have actually arrived Kobe for the friendly encounter with the Nadashiko, that's the Japanese national team. They take on 11 World Champions on Thursday, that's 6 October, as the date also falls within one of the FIFA Women International windows for this year. Japan, which is the Nadashiko Japan, which is the alliance of the women national team, is rated 13th in the world. Both teams have clashed only once at competitive level at the 2004 Olympic Women's Football Tournament, where they won Super Falcons in that encounter. And of course, the other time was back-to-back friendlies in 2013, which 2-0 each were won by the Japanese women's national team. So, good one for the Super Falcons for this friendly, but looks like the Japanese have their number.
Have their numbers and have their quick.
Yeah.
Well, let's see that Randy Wanderers is expecting he and his girl will be able to make sing a different tune this time around. And more importantly, going at their own backyard there to play them. It's not going to be an easy one. But this is a good training tune for ahead of the World Cup. They are preparing well. They just play US in the two-legged affair, which they lost both too much, and now they are trying on Japan again. Let's see how they'll be able to make an impact, and hopefully try to test the theory that the team is worthy of competing for a medal at the World Cup. Well, we wish Super Falcon well.
Yeah, I mean, we wish them very well, and we hope that this will be a way of Red Waldron to prepare his team better, because a lot of people have not been satisfied with his performance since he assumed as coach.
Maybe the Japan team will give him an opportunity at least to begin to give Nigeria something to begin to think about. For what they have done so far, nothing to write home about.
At all. I agree with you. All right, we'll go for a quick break, and when we come back, Sport Orbit continues. Don't go nowhere.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Welcome back from that break. You're still on to Sports Orbit. Now, former Super Eagles head coach Sunday Oliseh has been appointed by FIFA as a member of the technical expert for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Oliseh confirmed the news via social media, where he said, "Extremely honored to have been appointed by FIFA as a technical expert for the FIFA World Cup in the privileged company of Sir Arsene Wenger, Jurgen Klinsmann, and 3 others. Work started last night. Qatar 2022 is looking great and ready," the former midfielder wrote on his Twitter handle. The Oliseh has previously managed German lower side SV Strahlen, also managed clubs in Belgium and the Netherlands, where he also made 54 appearances for Nigeria in his active playing days. So, I mean, good word for Oliseh. Whether you hate him or love him, like you or not, somehow he keeps getting this recognition outside of the country. And the reason why, of course, the establishment don't like him, we all know the reason why. He's a no-nonsense player, person, someone you can push around. Exactly. So, but, I mean, he keeps getting this recognition from outside the country.
Yeah, congratulations to Sunday Oliseh. Just like you say, we know why the stories don't like him. He's someone that you can't push around. He's somebody who does it professionally.
Yeah.
You don't believe that this yes, sir,
exactly.
sir. As far as if it is a contract, let it be done. Due process and let everything be put on the table. Let everything needed to be done to be done. And that congratulations is a mark of recognition for his technical prowess.
I mean, joining the likes of Wenger,
sitting on the same bench,
bench
with the like of Wenger and Klinsmann and other experts, other renowned technocrats of football. It shows that yes, Nigeria. It is also, to me, it is a recognition of Nigeria's status.
Exactly.
We have Nigeria in the World Cup. In the World Cup, though we are not going to play the World Cup, but we have a technical aspect. We are contributing technically to the World Cup.
Very well.
And I think that is what the honors which has gone to this country, and it's a good congratulations to him. We wish him well and success in this edible. And it's also an opportunity for him to also learn from these renowned coaches.
Definitely, from the picture on our screen, you can even see him
when you see
sitting with very, very distinguished football personalities.
When you sit down with the like of Wingard, like Jess Klinsmann and other top coaches or renowned coaches and analyze the game. Yes, you analyze it, looking at the game, but also you also learn something from
Definitely.
there.
Definitely. Very well. Very well. All right, to some MPFL news now, where Rangers International of Enugu has unveiled 13 new players ahead of the new season. The Enugu-based club finished in 5th position on the log with a number of experienced players, including Tony Tokwe Oluseshi and Ghanaian goalkeeper Seidu Mutawakilu, who left the club at the end of the season. Oluseshi is yet to join another club, while Mutawakilu has pitched tent with MPFL champions Rivers United. For the likes of Ruben Bala and Saeed Chubri, they joined from Plateau United, while Michael Ibe and Gabriel Innocent linked up with the Coal City Club from Abia Warriors. Former Nigerian Youth International Ogundare Deton from Triasi, Tunde Olani from Sokoto United, Jacob John from Niger Tornadoes, Emmanuel Charles from Aqua United, and Noah Chukwudi from Heartland were also some of the players who were unveiled by the team. Others are Sani Shehu from Gobi United, Naziru Awalu from Ibrahim from Rivers United, Emeka Mwabulu from Heartland, and Nemesis Sunday from Takada FC. So, I mean, that's doing some good piece of business in the transfer market for Rangers.
Nigeria's transfer window is open.
Yeah.
And the players are trying to fortify their squad, remove what they want to remove, and then add what they want to add ahead of the season. Then it's like the Rangers are preparing ground for the upcoming season. Good one. They were not satisfied with their performance in the last season. They will finish 5th on the log, but that was not their target. Their target was to get the continental ticket, but unfortunately, they couldn't make it, and they want to make it the upcoming season can, and that's why they are recruiting more players, 13 players.
Yeah.
That will wish the club well. Good one.
Wish them well. I mean, one of the traditional old clubs in the NPFL.
And if you look at their recruitment, cut across from everywhere.
NPFL. So they have players who are experienced from playing the NPFL. All right, still on some transfer in the NPFL, where newcomers El Kanemi Warriors have announced the signing of Gabriel Wassa from Plateau United. The left back spent last season on loan at another NPFL club, Niger Tornadoes, where he made 17 league appearances for the club. He previously played for Rivers United, Lobby Stars, and Aqua United. He's currently regarded as one of the best left backs in the NPFL. El Kanemi are back in the top flight division after a few years in the Nigeria National League. So El Kanemi too buying players, but so far we haven't had much of them being busy. But
well, maybe they are trying to recruit what they needed. They are trying to bring their business style in the like of Pep Guardiola. Go for what you want.
What you want,
get it. Maybe the fact that the left back is one of their program, and you can see the picture of them doing the signing. So we wish them all.
Right, we'll go to some EPL news now. We'll take some EPL results of matches played over in the course of the weekend. That's Saturday, Sunday for Arsenal, still on top of the table, coming out tops in that London derby against Tottenham, where a lot of people had hoped that Arsenal were going to drop some points, but it was not to be, as they completely outclassed Tottenham in that one. For Bournemouth, it was 0-0 against Brentford, while Newcastle did a fine job over Fulham at Craven Cottage, 4-1 in that one. Well, for Everton, it was 2-1. Looks like Everton are gradually, and Iwobi was also instrumental, providing assists, while on the other hand, Aribo also scored, but it was not enough to, get the all 3 points. Well, for Chelsea, first game under new boss Graham Potter, London derby, Crystal Palace, 2-1 in that one. Well, for Liverpool, having gone 2 goals down, had to come back. But at the end of the day, they all settled 3-3 at Brighton. Liverpool to still not convincing, still shaking as it stands. Then for West Ham, sweet victory over Wolves in that one on Saturday actually. Well, for West Ham to winning their first game in 5 matches, while Man City United, the Manchester derby, it was a 6-3 win over the Blue Neighbours of Manchester in that one. Having gone up 6-1, United had to battle back, but it was not enough. But that one ended 6-3, and City have the bragging rights for the first leg of this encounter. While Leeds United versus Aston Villa, it was 0-0 in that one. While tonight it will be Leicester versus Nottingham Forest. Recall that Brendan Rodgers, Leicester City are the only team yet to record any victory in this campaign. And tonight's game will be very crucial. Looks like anything short of victory today, Rodgers might be hanging on very, very tightrope. Don't forget that even for Wolves, their coach was actually let go yesterday afternoon also. Because he's... exactly. So for Rodgers also, these are not the best of times.
Yeah, I agree with you. The Leicesters have been very both the fans and the management have been very patient with Rodgers.
Yeah.
They've been patient with him based on his statistics and what as if in the past.
Exactly.
I think if he is not taking them, they may lose their patience.
Of course.
Lose their patience today if nothing positive will happen to the club. That means Rodgers has to use today's game to save his job, and he has to show and to convince the management and the fans that yes, he still have what it takes to lead the club. Well, fantastic weekend in the APF matches. Interesting result. The weekend that we have 2 debuts.
Yeah.
First, it was a London debut, Tottenham Arsenal, and Arsenal was able to show that yes, they still have an edge over Tottenham. Even though Tottenham has tried to prove that yes, they have also arrived. That probably even the fans of Tottenham are claiming that they are now the pride of London. But unfortunately, Arsenal was able to show them yesterday that no, we are still the London pride of the London. And Atlantis, Tottenham, a good lesson of the game yesterday. Party was fantastic in that match. Good one. Then on Saturday, yesterday we have a fantastic Manchester derby, interesting one, and Haaland once again proved that he is a
scoring 3 hat-tricks in 3 home games.
3 hat-tricks in 3 home games.
So far, he has scored 15 goals in 11 matches.
40 games in EPL, 8 matches, and then 17 goals in all matches.
Yesterday, while watching that game, me and a few friends were saying, look, the way Haaland is going, he might end up scoring 40 goals
40 goals.
If
It's
not more.
already
No, in the EPL. No, I mean in the EPL alone,
okay.
he might score. He might end up scoring 40 goals.
He might even score more than that
If he keeps going, except injuries.
Except something happened, or except that
maybe injuries.
Or maybe the club in EPL are yet to discover his code. By the time they'll be able to discover his code now. Maybe that may hold him down.
No, it's difficult because with the way Man City are playing, they always have a way of finding him. And even as a striker, his positioning, his awareness is excellent. Yeah. So he's always where he always makes those runs, and they always find him out. So
yeah,
I think it's difficult to stop him,
but I can assure you that as time goes on, it may even be a small club. By the time one small club stop him now, and other people follow the shoot. It's like all into this to stop. Get a midfielder to just he's getting the service from the midfield. If you get a team that will be able to match with the master with the midfielder, they'll stop the midfield from supplying those guys in the midfield and supply him the ball. He may become fruitless. Well, fantastic game for him yesterday. Yeah. Fantastic strikers, and I think if he goes the way he's going and he maintain like this all throughout the season, he may be the next Ballon d'Or players of the year. Because I've not seen any player who will be so fantastic this season the way he started. And the surprise player was Foden. To the extent, I'm not Mario. If I'm Mario 5 yesterday, I would have been totally angry. That to the extent, it took a player from the two clubs competing on the pitch for hat-trick to score more. Well, good one for Man City yesterday, and I hope some people will be able to find why we thought that Man U would have arrived after beating Liverpool, beating Arsenal. But unfortunately for their fans yesterday, they now to know that yes, it is not yet there.
It's part of football. Some lesser teams have also drawn with Man City.
That's what I'm saying. But if you are beating Arsenal, beating Liverpool, you feel that yes, you have what it is to compete for title. But when you now have Man City treating you a lesson of the game, you know that's all I know. Something is still definitely missing within your team.
Okay, I hope when they play the likes of Arsenal, you will be this confident to say this too.
No, I'm also afraid for Arsenal any day Man City is coming against.
No, but it happened. No, but I mean, in football, things like this happen. I mean, even this season, we've seen even lesser teams play City to a draw. Sometimes football can be funny. We've seen even lesser teams defeat Chelsea previously 4-0, which contributed to the sacking of Thomas Tuchel. So this are part of football and all of that.
City is not unbeatable. You can even
very well.
This season, I think Crystal Palace I told them to drop.
Yeah, exactly.
At their own stadium. So it's very, very possible, and that's why football is not. Let's say 1 + 1. It's not a game of football.
Exactly.
But one thing is that fantastic result at the weekend, and I was also happy for Lampard. Went travel all the way to Southampton and get a victory. He's beginning to show some confidence of the level in his team, and people himself begin to proudly say, now begin to find probably that he's a coach to take Tottenham to the next level. Congratulations to Lampard yesterday, and then it will be just like the old was fantastic. But unfortunately, our own Aribo was at the receiving end of that victory.
All right, quickly before we leave. Xavi has broken the record of set by Zidane in the Spanish La Liga. Recall that a Lewandowski first half strike and Barcelona a hard-fought 1-0 win over Mallorca on Saturday, and the result means Xavi Hernandez has become the first ever manager to win his first 18 away fixtures without a single defeat. He has now beaten the record set by Zinedine Zidane after he took over at Real Madrid in 2016 with 13 wins and 5 draws. For Barcelona, sweet victory in that one. Lewandowski, though difficult game against Mallorca, but that brilliant strike from Lewandowski was enough to, end them all 3 points. 1-0 ended, but Mallorca did all they could to come back to the game, but it wasn't to be. And as it stands, Barca are now topping the table as Madrid also played a 1-1 draw with Osasuna yesterday.
Well, congratulations to Xavi Hernandez. And sometimes I give kudos to those statisticians who are keeping record of all this. Some things that you feel that are not even necessary. Even some coaches are not even taking account of it.
No, they most of them don't.
They're even taking account of it. That this sort of what at the end of the day, some people are somewhere taking account of all those things. And when it happens, they will present the record for you. That we have achieved this, we have achieved this. And correlation for Zabi and bounce back on the top of the log shows that Barcelona's have begun to find their rigging and begin to choose that they are bounced back to compete for a title.
Right, that's where we draw the curtain on this Monday episode, a public holiday edition of Sports Orbit. But don't forget, the last EPL match of the day will hold tonight. That will be between Leicester versus Nottingham Forest, and of course, 4 Nigerians will be in action in this one. Most likely he should be available. Of course, Kelechi here on the other side. Awoni is there, and also Dennis is also on the other side for
Nigerians. At the Leicester, we have 4 Nigerians.
Yeah.
4 Nigerians, 3 Nigerians. 3 Nigerians, Wilfred, Lukman.
So Lukman has left.
He has left Leicester.
Lukman is in Italy right now because he even scored last night for his team against Napoli. Okay. All right, we'll keep an eye on that one. Tomorrow we'll give you results of that and other sporting stories as they unfold. Thank you for being in the studio on this first Independence public holiday, extension.
Thank you, Alpha.
All right. Until come your way tomorrow again. Stay safe out there. My name is Alpha Cho, and it's bye for now.